Super Sunday 2.0 then. It's Kolkata who lock horns with Hyderabad in this one, and it is KKR, of course, who we're going to be focusing on, considering SRH are already all of the tournament. KKR simply need to win, and we'll tell you why with Saba Karim in this preview. Saba, you're a KKR man in the sense that you fancy them apart from Delhi Capitals. They simply need to win, don't they?
Yes, it remains my favorite side because I played for Bengal in first class cricket. And I have really close friends of mine. They still are in Calcutta, and I really admire the way KKR have built their side. Unfortunately, the first leg wasn't so good for KKR, and that is one reason why they are suffering even now. Although the second leg, they started off on such a refreshing note. Last game was very critical for them, but which they lost in such a close encounter. More so because Punjab Kings were able to hold their nerves in the end. But this is such an important encounter for KKR. If they remain in contention. Otherwise, it may just be the end of IPL for them this season.
Yeah, it's weird because they turned out trumps against Delhi Capitals and then they stumbled upon the Kings, which is in the last encounter. Now, what I want to ask you is there an upset on the cards? Now, SRH pretty much have nothing to play for. Can you see something special from their end? Rashid Khan, brilliance, Jason Roy probably taking the game away from them? Or do you think KKR will have this game under control?
There is a strong possibility of an upset, Avanish, and I say this because they missed the services of Andre Russell. So one is not too sure whether Andre Russell will fit for this all-important match or not. But if he's fit, then I think KKR may have an advantage against SRH. The best part about KKR is they're able to unearth some exciting youngsters. Venkatesh Iyer right at the top, also with his bowling effort in the last two games. Then Nitish Rana seems to have come good. Rahul Tripathi, they have a good young player there. Shubman Gill, although after scoring some brisk runs in the first encounter in the second leg of IPL, he has failed to put up a substantial score for his side. But eventually it also boils down to how the captain performs. And I think one of the biggest failure or one of the biggest setback for KKR is that Owen Morgan, their all-important player, the overseas pro, their captain has not delivered. And I think that is one of the reasons why KKR have not been so consistent so far in this IPL.
Yeah, KKR, they've been blowing hot, blowing cold, but for all those fans from the city of joy and worldwide, it's fair to say that they'll be really glued to the television sets come Sunday evening. Right, Saba, we'll get into the predictions, but before that, you mentioned Andre Russell there. If he doesn't start, and if you're Brendan McCullum, who would you replace? I mean, they threw in Tim Seifert. There's, of course, Tim Southee waiting. I mean, who's played a game, but there's Ben Cutting as well. Who would you go for to just have a temporary solution as such?
Maybe look for a genuine all-rounder, and I think Ben Cutting may do the job for them. He's been sitting in the sidelines for so many matches now, so I think he needs a break. And like replacement would be Ben Cutting because I've seen him bat in the Big Bash League. He's been quite successful there, and that is the reason why KKR have got Ben Cutting in the side. So right time for him to be introduced if Andrew Russell is not fit. But they need to get the right they need to find the right kind of combination because last game it was a pretty stiff target for Punjab Kings, but they were able to achieve that because they missed attacking bowler who would pick wickets for them in the middle overs. So I think that's what they would look at.
Yeah, you talk about KKR in the whole and talked about the spinners, and you mentioned Venkatesh Iyer and, of course, Rahul Tripathi getting amongst the runs. Let's see if they feature in your predictions because batsmen first. Any guesses who Criclytics has gone for on this one? KKR, SRH?
I think Venkatesh Iyer, if I'm correct, I would back Venkatesh Iyer because among all the KKR batters, I find him exciting and there is some kind of consistency in the efforts he puts in. So I would go for Venkatesh Iyer.
Yeah, 193 runs in 5 innings, his first 5 for KKR, and that's equal Jack Callis's record for KKR, who played for the franchise way back. And that's quite brilliant. And he also chips in with the ball. He nearly took a spectacular catch at the boundary. It wasn't a beat. But even Stevens there in terms of Criclytics and Saba in terms of batsman choices, bowlers then, and it gets really interesting here because Criclytics, wait for it, has gone for someone of the mold of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. I mean, do you concur with the robot here? Would you go for Rashid Khan, Varun Chakravarti? There are plenty of spin options.
Let me go with Sunil Narayan because
Wow.
there is
Yeah.
a marked improvement in his effort. And I watched the Caribbean Premier League also before this, Avnish. He's grown in confidence now with his remodel action, and he's got back into picking wickets. So these are very good news for KKR. And I think Sunil Narayan, the way he has bowled so far for KKR in the middle overs, along with his batting exploits, has been very healthy sign for KKR. So yes, I think his efficacy as a bowler has improved, and that is why I would like to back Sunil Narayan here.
Super. So Sunil Narayan it is, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar is what the machine says that it's going. I mean, he's going to take 2 to 3 wickets. Just on the bowlers note, there's a fan goodie bag question they're asking today, and that is how many dot balls will Rashid Khan bowl in this surface against KKR? He's had some success over, so you can go for 10, 11, 12, 14. I'm not sure, but Saba, at the top of your head, what's the number out of 24 dot balls?
I will go for maybe 10. Yeah, I think 10
Okay.
is would be a good number because most of the batters we have seen in the IPL so far, they try to play against him in a very conservative manner. A sort of
Yeah.
24, if Rashid Khan can bowl about 10 dot deliveries, which means that he remains frugal as ever.
Yeah. I mean, I get that because, I mean, we normally see 10, 11, 14 maximum in terms of a bowler having a good spell. So you guys can copy Saba's answer to stand a chance to win the goodie bag, or you can just come up with your own. We can get Saba's prediction in terms of a winner right now, which is the thing which matters the most. Now, that is KKR SRH. KKR 53% in terms of critics. You're smiling. Tell me why, Saba.
Because it remains my favorite side, and I have always have had high hopes on KKR. At times they have struggled with their batters, but I think if they can put the right kind of resources together, I'm sure KKR will win this encounter against SRH. And SRH, in any case, are kind of down and out, Avnish. So it would require a Herculean effort from them to really come back and win this important encounter against KKR.
So KKR it is from Saba's side. Let's see if it is 2 points secured from the Knights because that's exactly what their fans want right now to go ahead in IPL 2021. You can catch it all on cricket.com. Until then, subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the Fantasy Research Center because it's absolutely brilliant in terms of the cool tool to use for all you cricket users out there. Saba, you agree with me, right?
Yeah, I do, Avnish. You're absolutely right. See, we only differ whenever there's an RCB game. Otherwise, I'm
Yeah.
always with you.
He agrees with me in terms of that, and he agrees in terms of downloading the cricket.com app. So thanks. Do that. We'll catch you soon.